On today's show, get ready.
Give me a crappie.
Minnesota's ice out fishing means it's time for Minnesota Bound's Crappie Contest. Find out what the annual fishing fun is all about. You'll also meet a family that never misses the contest. And we go back in time to better understand the lure of chasing northern pike.
Oh, Brutus.
Minnesota Bound. Brought to you by Minnesota's select GMC dealers.
Hi everybody, Bill and I welcome you to Minnesota Bound. As you can see, we're doing our best with social distancing. How are you doing back there, Bill?
Hi there, Laura. We're hanging in there.
Every spring, plenty of people grab their fishing poles to chase one of Minnesota's spring offerings.
Yeah, you know, things are a little bit different right now, but even so, people are still finding ways to get out and do a little crappie fishing. And I suppose that's one of the reasons we at Minnesota Bound vow every spring to make sure families get on the water together.
Who doesn't like catching crappies? These panfish a rite of spring, just like Minnesota Bound's annual Crappie Contest.
Catch it. Catch it. Quick. Ah!
I touched China.
0.86. That's a nice crappie.
Give me five. Give me five.
7.6.
A day where kids and spring fishing have become Lake Minnetonka tradition.
Shallow or deep?
Pretty shallow.
The weather is absolutely stunning. It's clear blue skies, perfect temps, going to be in the 60s to 70s today.
The perfect day to try and catch a fish.
Give me a crappie. Give me a crappie.
Even right off the dock.
No, I put them in first place. No.
I want to put them in the water.
Well, it's certainly, we've been blessed with great weather.
It's really the kickoff of a fishing season in Minnesota.
You can see all the families, all the kids, whether you're old or young, you're enjoying yourself out on the water, and this fits perfectly to who we are as a company.
Families win all sorts of fun prizes. But really, all anglers of all ages dream of the big prize.
We are giving away an Alumacraft Crappie Deluxe boat.
The winner of the boat today will be based on a mystery weight, so you might have the small fish that wins or the big fish, and that's the fun of this family fishing tournament.
Catch a crappie, bring it up on stage.
Perfect.
Did you guys catch any fish today?
Yeah. I used a pink hook and then I put minnows on it.
Any fish, any size could be the winner.
It's been an honor for us to celebrate and support an effort to help kids learn how to fish. It's all about the kids.
Even if you do not fish, still show up for all the fun at Lord Fletcher's. Now, money raised helps charities like Fishing for Life.
We do extensive programming, 75 unique events every year, year-round. So when we engage kids on the lake like this, we love to have continuing programming for those kids. Our camps, during the winter, we got Holes for Heroes, we do tip-up events, dark house spearing, all things to get kids engaged and keep them engaged year-round.
We're very excited about what we've been doing with Fishing for Life since 2004. I'm sure you're getting great pictures of these precious children that have these smiles that are coming in with these crappies.
Fishing may be a sport of dreams. The Minnesota Bound Crappie Contest makes dreams come true.
The last 2 years we had 13, 14-year-olds winning it. This year the winner is 81 years old. Yes! Yes!
Unfortunately, the virus has forced us to cancel this year's contest, but don't worry, we've got a backup plan. We're hosting a virtual fishing tournament called Fishing for Our Front Lines. Proceeds are benefiting our health workers battling COVID-19, and there's over $5,000 worth of prizes. You can go to mnbound.com for more information.
Minnesota Bound is brought to you by Minnesota Select GMC dealers, Connecticut, Minnesota DNR, and by Radco Truck Accessories.
Up next, Ron Shera introduces you to a family that never misses the Crappie Contest tournament. I guess you could say the Minnesota Bound Crappie Contest is their tradition.
Most families have traditions. If you're the Diotis family, the tradition is crappie fishing at the Minnesota Bound Crappie Contest on Lake Minnetonka.
Going out to Ron Shera's Crappie Contest, oh yeah.
My fishing rod is cool.
And nobody keeps traditions like the Diotis family. Get this. This is the 50th year of the contest, and this is their 50th year of participating. Everyone a memory.
My role today is I captain the boat, get them out to the fishing spots where they want to go, make sure we got fuel and food and pop and water, all that good stuff.
I am the great-grandma. I have my son Johnny and his wife Cher. I have my grandson John Daniel and the 4 great-grandkids. So there's 4 generations on the boat.
Yes, fishing is about family, time on the water, but also catching.
Oh, you got a monster. You got a monster on there.
That's the best part of the day, seeing all the grandkids catching fish. I mean, that's really what it's about when we go out.
Oh, yeah.
They're fun catching with the little kids because they can usually do pretty good getting them, and that's usually it's me and my mom or grandma just kind of taking them off the hook and getting all the worms for them and everything that way. So it's kind of fun that way, gets them all going, keeps them entertained.
As you might guess, when kids go fishing, there's never a dull moment on the water.
A couple of years ago when we were all out on the boat, Levi was casting his rod out and it went in the lake and he lost his rod. So that was pretty sad. And Ron asked him, do you like fishing? And he said, no, I don't like fishing. Fish on, fish on. Woo!
I got 2 little daughters, Paisley Rose and Chloe May, and they absolutely love fishing. And out at the crappie contest, we go fishing with my grandpa. They'll be sitting here at the front of the boat. And when they catch fish, Paisley, my oldest, she just gets super excited. So she'll run all the way in the back. She gives Grandpa and Great-Grandpa a high five and says she's the best fisherwoman that's ever lived. And she just gets so excited. It's just awesome.
Now, is there a Diotis family secret to catching crappies?
Putting a worm on the hook.
His secret is paying attention to what the great-grandpa tells him. They always outfish the old-timer. They won't give me a break. They don't cut me any slack.
I got the biggest! I got the biggest! Can I have $1?
When the fishing is done, this family is not only competing in the Minnesota Bound Crappie Contest, but they compete in their own family contest as well.
I caught the longest fish. Yeah, it's green and it's kind of seaweed.
Who won that year?
Me.
Because you had the most fish, huh?
I caught 14 fish.
And who will win this year's Minnesota Bound Crappie Contest? Well, you never know. But you could say the Diotis family is already a winner.
Coming up next, a look at a unique technique to keep our ponds and lakes just a little bit cleaner.
Closed captioning brought to you by Alumacraft Boats.
Up next, we head to a Twin Cities suburb where one company wants to help clean up our ponds and lakes. Here's a hint. Do you own socks?
Holy neighborhood! What's going on in this Eden Prairie backyard? A strange landscaping project, perhaps?
30 inches of new earth on this hillside that wasn't here.
Let's ask the boss, Daniel Shaw.
It's kind of like a Band-Aid to the earth. Where the earth has been hurt, we put the socks in to kind of help her heal.
What? Socks? Stockings for Mother Nature?
We're here because of how much of this hillside has been lost. The homeowner says about 9 feet of this hillside has been lost from erosion. We're here to reclaim it and restore it. And we're also here to stop what you're seeing behind me. This is not what we mean when we say we want to go green. We want to stop this problem.
Oh, that's what's happening. Homeowner John Herzog wants his backyard back.
What prompted me to do this project was we are recent homeowners here, and we noticed that there's significant erosion in our backyard. My hope is to reestablish our bank, stabilize it, help improve the water quality through the filtering and buffering of the product and the native plants that we're going to be planting in it.
Oh yes, the backyard pond. It's one of many ponds collecting Eden Prairie stormwater. You may have noticed. It's green with algae and duckweed.
It is very disturbing. Part of the goal of this product is to help filter the phosphoruses and nitrates from runoff and decrease the duckweed.
The city of Eden Prairie agrees something needs to be done to stabilize and restore the pond banks and improve water quality in the city's stormwater system, water that eventually dumps into the Minnesota River.
We just want to make sure that we're doing the right thing environmentally. Our city is responsible for all of the water. It is a pilot project, of course, and if it looks like it proves itself out, we'll be recommending this same type of a system in the future to others.
This innovative shore sock system is the brainchild of Daniel Shaw.
I started this company 14 years ago because I was doing rock riprap to protect the shorelines, and DNR said no more rock. I asked them what that meant, and they told me to have a degradable device that has organic materials that can stabilize earth and grow the earth back to where its natural state is. The sock has a photodegradable mesh. Takes 10 years for this mesh to begin to degrade. It has to have sunlight to begin the degradation of the sock. The inside, I have the only system that has patents to use burlap. It's 100% biodegradable. And the burlap is to hold and retain nitrate phosphates. On this project, Ron, we're using wood chips for the organic material. When we got here this morning, this shoreline was about where my boot is. This is where the earth was. This is where the earth is now.
By next summer, if all goes well, the restored pond bank will have a natural look with various aquatic plants stabilizing the shore, cleaning rain runoff, and adding backyard beauty. The sock itself will eventually disappear.
My message is we all need to step up to the plate as humans, pass this earth on to the next generation, and be responsible and filtrate and support and stabilize our banks and our hillsides. My wife taught me one thing I know for sure. Everywhere I put these socks, everywhere this sock goes, she said, we are changing water qualities in our ocean, lakes, and rivers 1 foot at a time.
Still ahead, a Minnesota-bound classic all about a watery predator that is so much fun to chase.
Minnesota Bound is brought to you by Hewitt Docks, Lifts, and Pontoon Legs, Bent Creek Golf Club, Eden Prairie, and by Totem Resorts, the premier destination for world-class fishing.
Today's Minnesota Bound Classic has Ron Scherer casting to one of the toughest fish around. Pike may not be Minnesota's state fish, but they sure are one of our favorites.
Of all the fish in fresh water, this one is an eating machine. The northern pike, also called jackfish, gator, snake, or even hammerhandle. Built like a camouflage torpedo and capable of instant bursts to 30 miles per hour, and all behind a face as mean-looking as, well, a junkyard fish. According to a swampy Cree Indian legend, the pike's face was flattened by an angry moose. If true, the pike's been in an ornery mood ever since. We can only imagine a minnow's terror facing these jaws lined with dozens of needle-like teeth. Pike will even take a bite of each other, sometimes a fatal bite. And if you're not careful, a pike will even take a bite of you too. Yet, it's this willingness to bite and to fight that makes the pike so popular with anglers.
And they twist like an alligator, you know that? When they hit?
Sometimes pike seem almost downright eager to strike any lure. Pike are found in northern waters around the world, which means the pursuit of pike leads to wild places, lakes with untarnished shores where the fanciest lake homes are built by busy beavers and watched over by bald eagles. One of these is Knee Lake in northern Manitoba, where even in early June, signs of winter are slow to melt. Anglers come to Knee Lake for one reason: northern pike are everywhere.
Another northern, we found the home of the little northerns. Little northerns, just millions and jillions of them. Talk about pike, huh? Look at that one, huh? Ooh. That's a good 35-incher.
Ooh, getting ready. He was a dandy.
Sometimes they'll bite two at a time.
I don't know what I got here. Oh, it's a nice big northern. They got power, huh? Oh, man, tell you what. Guys, now there's a nice fish.
Pike are not trout, yet they'll gladly hit a streamer fly. And any pike on a fly rod feels like a whopper. And that's good, because the pike, for most of us, is also a fantasy fish, a giant lurking in the shadows. Sadly, big pike are rare these days, big meaning 30-pounders or more. That's why releasing large pike is more important than ever. A pike will live and grow for 25 years if you give them time. To make it easier to release fish, concerned anglers also pinch flat the hook barbs. At Knee Lake Lodge, barbless hooks and catch-and-release fishing are required. Today, that's where giant pike roam.
Man, we're among them now.
Was one of these shadows a dream pike? A few casts later, the dream hit.
Oh, Brutus. Wow, that's a Knee Lake pike, eh?
Yes, she was a prize to hold. 49 inches of fishing joy. The pike of my life. Quick, snap a picture.
I can't hold her any longer.
Quickly, it came time to recycle my dream. If you want to catch big pike, we have to release big pike. For a minute, she rested in the shallows. Slowly, my dream fish realized she was free to go. Someday, she'd become another angler's dream catch.
Northern pike sure are a blast to catch. Well, that about does it for us today. We'll be back here next week. In the meantime, don't forget to introduce a kid to the great outdoors.
Transportation provided by Premier Transportation. Call 1-800-899-7433.